Hi, y'all. Welcome to Ask Granny. Good to see you. I'm Angie, here with your friendly, kind, loving advice for life, love, and happiness and whatever floats your boat. I have another question from Wonder Lady today. Uh, quote, so many people in my life are telling me what to do. I don't want to do these things. How can I get them to keep their orders and advice to themselves? That's a tricky one. It really is because it almost completely depends on the person who's doing that to you and what your feelings are towards them. Um, I believe in boundaries. Anybody that knows you should know what your boundaries are. If they don't know what your boundaries are, that's your fault for not making them clear at the beginning. Uh, the, the best way I have found is if I am venting to someone and they begin to offer solutions, because that's usually what happens. We'll spit out a problem that we have, and someone who cares about us or someone who thinks they're smarter than us, whichever the case may be, and it's really hard to tell sometimes. That's why I say it depends on the person. Um, will come up with a solution or say, have you tried this or have you tried that, or you should do this or you should do that. And I have experienced most of the time it's very well intended. uh, Occasionally it is they think they're just smarter than you and you're too dumb to figure it out, so they'll throw some inane thing at you that you're like, yeah, that's the first thing I tried, hun. Um, the best thing I have found that I say to people is I really wasn't looking for a solution. I'm just looking for a friendly ear. I just need you to listen. I don't need you to try to fix it. um, that's the gentlest way I can think of to tell somebody to shut the hell up. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Um, your advice is not wanted. Uh, it's almost like you have to preface things with that if you're really hard against it, because people are going to do that. I'm the kind of person who has figured out I have to restrain myself from doing that because I want to help everybody. I want to help everybody, and that's part of the reason I do the granny thing here, because if someone has a question, I will answer it. If you want to know what I think and what I would do in that moment or in that situation, then here it is. But you're going to have to ask me for it. I try really, really hard not to give unwarranted advice because I know I don't want someone to tell me what to do if I didn't ask them. So if you care about being tender with their feelings, or if it's someone you know is offering you this in concern or in a helpful, loving manner, then you can usually let it slide. But sometimes it's just nicer to say, I appreciate that, but I'm really not looking for a solution. I've got some ideas. I just really needed somebody to listen, and thank you for listening. So, that's about all I got to say on that one. But I'm only 3 minutes in. Oh, it's supposed to take longer than that for me to have an opinion. I'll tell you what, I have another question. Let's go over here and check out. Well, since I've got a few minutes, I need to stretch this out. My computer froze up on me, and if you're seeing this, that means that I was successful in editing a video. So let's just see how that goes. I did get another question from Wonder Lady, and that question was, how long should I wait to get another pet now that my pet has died? And I know this is a very tender subject for her, and I appreciate her asking me this question. My first response would always be, if you don't know why the previous pet died, you should probably give it a couple of months or so in case there was some sort of pathogen or whatever in the house that did that. And that way it gives it a chance to not be present if you get a new animal. I'm of the mind I never had one pet. I've always had lots of pets. So when one goes, there's always another one there to help buffer the pain a little bit. I am one of those people who my pets are my family. I have fur babies and I have skin babies, and I love them equally. I am as responsible for them as I would be a child. So there's that maternal thing. And you can never replace a pet. I don't think. I think we get one chance with each one of our fur babies, and I've had a few that remind me of former pets, some of the same personality traits and things like that. Um, your best bet is to, when you're ready, if you feel alone and lonely and you miss that companionship, go for it. Get you a new pet. You know, there's so many critters out there that needs homes. Um, I think it's a good idea to go to the nearest shelter or such thing, and not. I'm not much into buying full bred dogs. I do have a full blooded dachshund, but I bought her from a friend who had mommy and daddy on the premises and was not a breeder of any sort. Just, you know. So yeah. Um, I would suggest doing it as soon as you feel the need. If you feel like you need that in your life, do it. You shouldn't have to wait. Do be careful, because I know, like with dogs and stuff, if you have parvo in the house or something like that, that um, you have to wait a certain number of days, and there has to be a bleach procedure done to make sure that disease is not still on the premises. And I'm not sure about cats. I have a cat. I'm a new cat owner. I've had her a little while now, and I should know more about cats, but I'm learning. Thank you, Wonder Lady, for teaching me about my cat. Uh, my cat likes me. I'm glad that my cat likes me, because she doesn't really like anybody. So she likes me, and that's cool. I want to say, gauge for yourself. If you are one of those people who don't ever want to go through that kind of pain again, don't get another pet, because they rarely live longer than we do. It happens, but it's depending on the creature. Birds live a really long time. Uh, Birds have definitely been known to outlive their owners frequently. Birds are a lot of trouble, and they're very messy, but I love them. I have had pet birds. I have had hamsters. I've had cats and dogs. I think had a pet rock once. That was fun. I'm trying to remember if I've had any other creatures other than those things. The occasional caught caterpillar from the yard, that sort of thing. But I've always been a dog person. And the fact that I have a cat is still kind of alien to me, because I'm not a huge cat fan. I prefer snuggly, cuddly, want to be happy to see me when I get home. And I have found out that the cat is kind of that way and can be that way when she feels like it, which is rare, but happens. So that's how I know she loves me, and she'll give me that slow blink. um, if you have any questions for Granny, go ahead and drop them in the comments below, or you can go and check my links down in the description. Go over to Twitter. I have a pinned post on my Twitter, and you can pop a question underneath that. Or if I see you in a side chat, shout out, hey, question for Granny, and I'll try to remember. So you get older and the memory goes. And once again, a great big thank you to Wonder Lady for providing me with material. If you are not subscribed to Wonder Lady's channel, you should be, because I hear a rumor there's some big things about to happen over there. So go check her out. I've got her link down there too. And everybody have a really great day. I love you. Bye. Peace.